Hello there, Bitizens, and welcome to the Killer Bits. My name is Francesca, and today we are back in Chronicle and doing another beginner deck. If you have no idea what Chronicle is about, then I suggest you watch my previous beginner deck video, which was the Ariana damage deck. This basically goes through the mechanics of how to play, as well as showing you guys a deck. But we're now going to be doing a different character's deck, and that is Vanescula, who is the vampire. We're going to be doing a beginner Vanescula deck. Now, I am going to assume that you know kind of how to play, or the basis of how this game works in this deck. So if you don't know, just go check out the Ariana video, and that'll also show you an Ariana deck. Okay, so Vanescula. Vanescula is a vampire. She is very much a bleh, want to suck your blood vampire. Like, literally, she has abilities which, like, siphon off the health of the other opponent. So you're not really sucking their blood, you're stealing their health, but it equates more or less to the same thing in Chronicle. Now, this deck is a little bit more complicated than the Ariana deck because there's lots of different parts that go together. The Ariana deck that I showed you was basically earn gold, kill cards, hit your opponent in the face. This deck has a little bit more nuance than that. So we do still have earn gold cards. Remove 3. For example, Ali Morrisane gives you 3 gold. Where is it? Skeleton Warrior, you kill this, it gives you 3 gold. We also still have hit your opponent in the face cards. We have Scorpion, deals damage to your opponent. Skeleton Warrior, not Skeleton Warrior, Troll Chucker, deals damage to your opponent. So those aspects still remain. However, on top of this, we have cards which spend health for damage. For example, Hunger. Though we also have KGP Agent, which equates to the same thing, but costs us a discard. Then we have healing cards like Romley Weaklax, which straight heal you, and Jubbly Bird, where you kill this and it heals you. And then we have our vampire cards. This is where things get interesting. So we have cards like Flying Leech, which steals health from your opponent, and Haunted Leech, which also steals health from your opponent, just a little bit more. Then we have, Sap Lifefall, which steals health from your creatures, so from the things that you have to kill. Then we have Werewolf cards. This one, you take a little bit of damage to deal damage. And then we have interesting cards. And the 2 cards that this deck revolves around. Alpha Werewolf, deal 4 damage to rival. Or, if you're in the mortal state, deal 8 damage to rival. Now, mortal is when you have 15 or less health. So sometimes taking damage is worthwhile. For example, let's say you have 3 damage and you hit this card. This card will hit you for 8. But that 8 damage could put you in the mortal range, allowing you to deal 8 damage to your opponent. Similarly, Gorge is a siphon card, so it's like those leeches I showed you. However, this one steals up to 3 health from your opponent, and it costs 4 gold. However, if you're mortal, it steals 7 health. And that 7 health steal, what that means is they lose 7 health and you gain 7 health. So that is a 14 health net gain to you. The other card we have here is Vyrewatch, which steals health from your opponent. It steals 5, so it's less health but costs more. But it also causes them to discard a card, which may disrupt their play. So that is the basis of this deck, and all will kind of become revealed as we play it. So let's just jump into a casual game. Now, you can take these decks into ranked if you wish. I do know someone who, for example, took the Ariana deck I made into ranked and is seeing a lot of success. But really, these decks are starting points. They're designed for you to try out the deck, get a feel for the character, and then go off into the wilderness. Well, maybe not literally the wilderness, because that's where you'll get PK'd. But go off and experiment. Go off and, try things out for yourself. Okay, so what we got? We could go for a very high-risk strategy here. Do we have the cards to do it? We do. Okay, we're going to go for actually a very high-risk early play on Vanescula. I don't always recommend this play, but I want to show you guys it because I think it's an interesting play. Yeah, we want to get rid of those cards. So we're going to hold on to KGP because having the damage buff is useful, right? Yeah, this is definitely going to work. Okay, so the issue with this play here is I'm going to fight the Alpha Werewolf when I have 2 damage. Now, if my opponent does anything to lower my base damage, I will die. 100%, I will just be dead. But we're going to assume that they're not going to do that. So we're going to play Ali Morrisane to gain 3 gold, play an Alpha Werewolf. I'll take 16 damage, putting me in the mortal range. But I'll then deal 8 to my opponent. Then because I'm in the mortal range and I have enough gold to play Gorge, I'll then Gorge, which will take 7 health and heal me. Oh, we could then go Alpha Werewolf again, but I don't think we'll do that. I think we'll hold on to that Werewolf, and what we'll do here is we'll then use the pies to heal back up. So we spend a lot of health, or we lose health, and then we regain it and deal damage. That's effectively the plan here. Saying that, if my opponent, affects my base damage, I will lose this game. Like, if she puts me on 1 damage, for example, this card will take 5 hits to kill, which means I'll get hit 4 times for 8 damage, which will just straight up kill me. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend playing the way I am here, but I want to show you guys it because it's one of the ways you can play this deck. Ultimately, what I would normally do is hold on to the Alpha Werewolves, or actually put them back into the deck and draw different cards to start, and then play the Alpha Werewolves later when I have more damage and I can more easily play them. Right? She hasn't affected my damage, so this is where it gets interesting. She currently has 25 health, right? So we'll deal 8 damage here, putting her on, what, 17 health? Then we'll siphon 7 of her health. This should happen now. Siphon 7 of her health. Now she's on 10 health. And we're back up to 21. And then we play Romilly here. And gain 7 more health. So we'd then be on, what, 28? And she's on 8. Actually, if I'd played the last werewolf there, if I'd gone full risk, we would have won in turn 1. Because if I played the werewolf there, she would have taken 8 damage. And we would have won the game. So, yeah. Like, live and learn, you guys. So I think I'm going to go werewolf again. Because if she doesn't heal, we will win. So if we go werewolf, that'll put us into mortal range and then deal 8 damage and kill her. And then we can maybe go Jubbly Bird to heal. I think we go Sap Life, which will heal us. So this saps health from your next creature. But then if we sap the Jubbly Bird, that then heals us further. And then we'll go KGP Agent just to buff our base damage for future turns. But we might win basically right now. I didn't expect to show you guys this kind of strategy for this deck. However, this kind of strategy can and does work. But you have to be aware of your opponent lowering, say, your base stats. Because if your opponent does anything to lower your base stats, you just die to Alpha Werewolf. So it's a pretty high-risk strategy. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Right, come on, opponent. You're running out of time. She's on 8 health after the first turn. Like, I don't think she saw that one coming. So I kind of feel a little bit bad, you guys. But, you know, not bad enough. I mean, bleh, I'm a vampire. This is what I do. I don't know what kind of accent that was. That was vampire accent. Okay, she has now run out of time. So whatever she's put down gets played. So we win. She didn't heal, which means we win. So, GG, well played. That was fun. That was fun. And, yeah, that is Vanescula. I'm going to play one more. I want to show you guys the deck a second time so you get more of a feel. I feel like that was such a stomp and that went, like, so one-sided that, you know, you maybe didn't get a feel for all of the cards in the deck. So we'll go again and we'll see, you know, just how it goes. Because, I mean, I got a very lucky starting hand and I gambled on my opponent, you know, not griefing me. Griefing is what the community have been calling strategies where you lower your opponent's stats, for example. Okay, so we're gonna take him against. We're gonna take it against a raptor. So we were against Linza there, who's a blacksmith. She's very weapon oriented. You probably saw her picking up a lot of weapons. Now we're against Raptor, who's more armor oriented. And this tactic still works because if he's building armor, you can ignore his armor and steal his health. Anyway, we're gonna put Alpha Werewolf back in this time. And I think we'll hold on to these two because if I can get 1 base damage, these two are worth holding on to. Which hopefully we'll get from these 3 cards. Oh, we didn't get it. That doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world if that happens. What we can do instead is we can Mischievous Imp, draw a card, and then Alimar Sane. We could sap into one of these, but I'm thinking at the moment what I want to do is hold on to them just for the next turn. Because there's no harm in holding on to these. This is first turn. I don't think it's going to go as badly for me as that first just did for that Linza. Hey. Okay, so we drew an Alpha Werewolf there. He gained 2 gold. He gained 2 gold. We gained 3 gold. We'll see how this goes. Deal 3 damage to rival. So he went just to straight up just damage me, I guess. And then equipped a weapon. But he took 5 health to equip that weapon. So I'm always never sure if that's worthwhile. But then it is a 2/3, so it gives him 2 bonus damage for 3 turns. So maybe it's worthwhile. Alright, let's have a look what we got. I'm still quite healthy at this point, so I can still run risky strategies depending on what we draw. But I don't really want to. I think what we're going to do here, we'll Scorpion, which will deal damage to him. We'll Imp, which will give us another card. And then we're going to sap into Troll Chucker. Because we're going to draw a card from this, and we're going to draw 3 more cards at the end of the turn. So I think we may as well just sap straight into Troll Chucker. Although you can sap into Alpha Werewolf. We do have another sap in our deck, though, so I think this is a good plan. And I mean, we pay 1 gold, but we gain 1 gold, so it's not... It's like there's no net loss of gold. You do want to hold on to a little bit of gold as as Vanescula to pay for that Gorge. Like, that Gorge is a fairly high-cost card. So here he's going to take 7 damage to gain 6 armor. I don't know. It's maybe not what I would do. I try and look into this as cost and benefit. So, for example, you know, is this worth doing for me, or will it kill me? Okay. I guess he's just trying to armor up, I guess. But he's only got 15 health all of a sudden. Which means if we can do stuff that affects his health, we'll actually have a pretty good time. You deal damage to rival equal to half of your armor. So he's going to hit me for 3. Oh, actually he's going to hit me for 1 because I just hit him. So I played a card there that didn't siphon his health. I played a card that hit him. So that actually mucked up his armor strategy. So sometimes, like I said, with Raptor, just dealing regular damage and taking off their armor can help. So we can actually Alpha Werewolf into Gorge here. I think this is what we're going to go with. He's only got 5 cards in his hand, so he's got less options. Alpha Werewolf will put us on Mortal, dealing 8 damage to him. Gorge will then steal 7 health. Unfortunately, we haven't had any base damage ups, because if we had base damage ups, we would definitely just go straight into Troll Chucker. But actually, I think what we can do instead is Haunted Leech, which will deal 4 damage to us, but then we'll get that health back from him, and then Scorpion. So play a very aggressive hand in Chapter 3, and we'll see how this turns out. So he's played Mischievous Imp, so he's not going to do anything particularly bad to us here. And you'll notice also the Alpha Werewolf gives you 3 gold. So if you couldn't afford your Gorge, the Alpha Werewolf makes your Gorge much more affordable. If you have 1 gold, you can basically just Gorge. Okay, he now has 9 health. Oh dear. He's just paid 8 health for 7 armor, except that he only has 2. So he committed honorable Sudoku, you guys. I guess he just likes, you know, number-based puzzles. And that's Vanescula. We win again. This is actually my 15th win of today. And you get 125 copper coins for that. So if you keep playing and you keep winning, you earn more copper coins, which allows you to buy more packs, allows you to go into dungeoneering, and then get better cards to improve upon these beginner decks. But hopefully that kind of showed you some of the power that is in Vanescula and some of the strategy you can use when playing everybody's favorite vampire. I think she's a lot of fun. She's high risk, high reward. So you saw in the first game, I played a risky strategy, but it paid off very quickly. And I ultimately could have killed her first hand. I could have killed her Chapter 1. Which always as an opponent, if someone kills me Chapter 1, it always just feels really bad. Instead, we killed her Chapter 2, turn 1. We were 1 turn off. Whatever. But yeah, if you've liked this deck, maybe hit that thumbs up button. Or if you want to see more Chronicle, let us know. Like I say, this is something we're kind of testing the waters with. So if you guys want more Chronicle, let us know in the comments below. You know, like this video, comment, who do you want me to do another beginner deck for? We've done Vanescula, we've done Ariana. We still have Linza, Ozan, and the Raptor. Those are our potential options for beginner decks, if you guys are interested. Do you want to see, you know, dungeoneering runs? Do you want us to do that? Do you want me to play ranked? Do you want me to do more advanced decks? All of this, just let us know in the comments below. Alternatively, you can let us know on social media. On our Facebook, we have a Facebook, facebook.com/thekillerbits. And on Twitter, @thekillerbits. You can also follow us on these to get updated with all our latest videos. If you want to keep up to date on YouTube, you know, always consider subscribing. And if you want to give us some gold so that we can afford to gorge all of our enemies, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/thekillerbits. I've been Francesca, this has been Chronicle. It's a lot of fun, and I'll catch you guys next time. If you want to catch me playing this live, actually, do check me out on twitch.tv/Jagerus. We do some live playthrough as well, and I'm always happy to answer your questions. But yeah, have a great game. Have a great day, and hopefully a great game. Good luck in your Chronicle adventures, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!